That very night, Chudala created by her magic powers a delightful pleasure garden and an extraordinarily beautiful bed in it. She created a young man, physically more attractive than even Sikhidhvaja, her husband, twice over. There in that bed she appeared to be seated with her lover in close embrace. Sikhidhvaja had concluded his evening prayers and he looked for his wife Madanika. After some search, he discovered the secret hiding place of this couple. He saw them completely immersed in their love play. Her hair encircled him. With her hands she held his face. Their mouths were joined to each other in a fervent kiss. They were obviously very excited with passionate love for each other. With every movement of their limbs they expressed their extreme love for each other. On their faces danced the delight of their hearts. The chest of one was beating against the chest of the other. They were utterly oblivious of their surroundings. Sikhidhvaja saw all this, but was unmoved. He did not wish to disturb them, and so turned to go. But his presence had been noticed by the couple, even though they were utterly oblivious of their surroundings. He said to them, "Pray let me not disturb your happiness." After a time, Madanika came out of the garden and met Sikhidhvaja, feeling ashamed of her own conduct. But the king said, "My dear, why did you come away so soon? Surely all beings live in order to enjoy happiness, and it is difficult to find in this world a couple who are in such harmony. I am not agitated on this account, for I know very well what people like very much in this world. Kumbh and I are great friends. Madanika is but the fruit of Durvasa's curse." Durvasa cursed Kumbha, and the nature of this curse was that Kumbh turned into a woman at night time. So Sikhidhvaja is established in dispassion. He's got no ownership of his wife. He's established in the fulfillment of the self. He does not need any other reinforcement. There is nothing else which can contribute towards his fulfillment. Madanika pleaded, "Such is the nature of women, O Lord. They are wavering in their loyalty. They are 8 times as passionate as men. They are weak and so cannot resist lust in the presence of a desirable person. Hence please forgive me and do not be angry." Sikhidhvaja replied, "I am not at all angry with you, my dear, but it is appropriate that I should henceforth treat you as a good friend and not as my wife." Chudala was delighted with the king's attitude, which conclusively proved that he had gone beyond lust and anger. She instantly shed her previous form as Madanika and resumed her original form as Chudala. So finally her deception has come to an end. And this deception was mitigated only by the fact that up to this point Sikhidhvaja was close to her. He was not open to her as a liberated being. So she had to disguise herself as Kumbh and gradually prepare him for the realization that Kumbh was his wife all along. Sikhidhvaja said, "Who are you, O lovely lady, and how did you come here? How long have you been here? You look very much like my wife." Chudala replied, "Indeed I am Chudala. I myself assumed the form of Kumbh and others in order to awaken your spirit. I myself also assumed the form of this small illusory world with all this garden, etc., which you saw just now. From the very day you unwisely abandoned your kingdom and came here to perform austerities, I've been endeavouring to bring about your spiritual awakening. It is I, assuming the form of Kumbh, who instructed you. The forms you perceived of Kumbh and others were not real, and now you have been fully awakened, and you know all that there is to know." Vasishta continued. Sikhidhvaja entered into deep meditation and inwardly saw all that had happened from the time he left the palace. He was delighted, and his affection for his wife increased greatly. Coming back to body consciousness, he embraced Chudala with such fervour that is impossible to describe. Their hearts overflowing with love for each other, they remained for some time, as if in a superconscious state. Sikhidhvaja then said to Chudala, "Oh, how sweet is the affection of a dear wife, which is sweeter than nectar. To what discomfort and pain you have subjected yourself for my sake. The way in which you have redeemed me from this dreadful ocean of ignorance has no comparison whatsoever. Tradition has given us several great women who have been exemplary wives, but they are nothing compared to you. You excel them all in all the virtues and noble qualities. You have struggled hard and brought about my enlightenment. How shall I recompense you for this? Indeed, loving wives thus strive to liberate their husbands from this ocean of samsara. In this they achieve what even the scriptures, guru and mantra are unable to achieve on account of their love for their husbands. The wife is everything to her husband: friend, brother, well-wisher, servant, guru, companion, wealth, happiness, scripture, abode, vessel, slave. Hence such a wife should at all times and in all ways be adored and worshipped. My dear Chudala, you are indeed the supreme among women in this world. Come, embrace me again." Vasishta said. Having said so, Sikhidhvaja again fondly and fervently embraced Chudala.